Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Chrono Cross walkthrough. We are in the... Ooh, is this the home world? Or... no, I think this is another world. Anyways, Water Dragon Isle. This guy right here actually has one of Skelly's... I don't know, one of his parts, I guess. And earlier, much earlier in the game, I spoke with him and got, you know, again, whichever piece that was of Skelly, I don't remember. But if you return here later on in the game, and I don't know at what point, it's probably after Surge gets his body back. But if you speak to this NPC again, you'll get another rainbow shell. So that is why I stopped in here. You know, again, just quick to grab that rainbow shell. One funny thing, so if you've been watching the videos back to back here, the last video was all about the orphanage and basically getting Kid back. And I actually just noticed when I was piecing together the footage for this guide or episode, however you want to say it, I found other footage that I had of the orphanage, and it was much better. Unfortunately, you know, in the last one, I didn't have it on, or I didn't have one of the rainbow shells from the orphanage there. There's a girl that runs out from underneath one of the beds, and you know, unfortunately, I didn't get that on camera. And then here I noticed on my the other bit of footage that I took, I had that. So a little disappointed in myself, but that's just the way it is. And then I'm not sure what I'm doing here. So this is the home world, Water Dragon Island. So I'm curious what I'm actually doing here. And then one thing I wanted to mention too, and I'll do that, or I'll put it in the guide, which actually probably should already be. Well, it should have already been up, but I haven't actually made it yet. But I'm going to be doing a guide on all of the, I would call them, you know, tier 7 techs for each of the characters. And one of those techs is actually obtainable here, and that's Rasley's, I forget what it's called. But you have to do it in a certain way, and basically, actually, Rosetta here has to die. So, unfortunately for me here, or at least on this playthrough, now I guess it didn't really matter because I didn't go with the save kid route, so I never even recruited Rasley. But, as far as like continuing plus onto these files for this playthrough, if you're familiar with how continue plus works, you can't do that. You can't, if you take Rasley in a different playthrough and then pull those characters over here to this save, it doesn't work because unfortunately Rosetta is still alive, and I learned that the hard way. So you know, unfortunately, I had to play through the game an extra time just to get Rasley's her tier 7 tech. So that was a little unfortunate. I still don't know why I'm here. I don't know why I ran all the way back here. We already beat the water dragon. It's dead and gone. There's nothing here to do. Okay, so now I guess I just wanted to speak about that. Maybe about Rasley's tier 7 tag. That's the only reason why I can think of even being there. So that seems really weird. And then here's another chunk of footage. I have no idea why this is here. It looks like I'm gonna make a cut here almost immediately. So I could have just cut this out. Yeah, this is only what was that, 10 seconds? So there's another cut. Just weird. Just doing weird random stuff. But alright, so in order to continue on here, we actually have to, and unfortunately we're actually going to need to bring Starkey down here. I guess I wanted to speak to these fishermen. Now I'm actually going to bring, I'm not going to bring Starkey down here for the first time. And there I accidentally pressed no. God, why? So what we actually have to do down here is we're going to have to fight a boss, and that's why I didn't actually want Starkey in my party. I didn't want to bring him in for that fight. So unfortunately, it's going to mean a little bit of backtracking for me. Is it that big of a deal? No. But I guess just know that that's what's going on. Rainbow shell! We are just rolling in the rainbow shells now. Excuse me. So this boss is very interesting. I want to point this out, actually, before we get too far down there. This boss is completely immune to physical damage. So, very, very obviously unique in that. There is no other boss in the game that's quite like it. And then on top of that, it will only take damage, I believe, if I remember right, from red elements. So, you know, red innate characters are, I guess, good. Unfortunately, though, that means they're also going to take a little more damage from the boss itself. But really, as long as you've got a decent amount of red elements, you should be fine. Now, if you don't have very many red elements, a really good place to get them is Mount Pyre. I actually don't remember which one, if it's Another World or Home World. But the Lava Boys, I think anyway, drop the Inferno element. Actually, let me look at that really quick. I want to make sure that I've got that right. Yeah, I don't want to point you in the wrong direction. If I can find him here, Lava Boy, drop. Yeah, okay. So the Home World Lava Boys will drop the Inferno element in Mount Pyre. To be honest, I think that's all you really need to beat this guy. Now, I'm going to engage him, and then I don't remember if I actually end up running away or not. I'm not sure if I've got enough red elements equipped or not, so we'll see. But, yeah, so that Inferno element, that's a very, very good one. Otherwise, you know, things like... oh, you know what? Now I can't really remember the higher tier red elements. But those ones would require... you know, usually a red innate, I think. I can't remember the ones right off the top of my head. Let's see here. Okay, so we stole an Earring of Light. Those are kind of worthless, to be honest. I was kind of pushing those earlier in the walkthrough. So basically, that's going to add HP to your character. Unfortunately, though, you know, it doesn't increase the character's maximum HP, which I still feel like that's so lame. It really cuts down the usefulness of those items. I really wish that they would have, you know, done that. Otherwise, so anyways, though, with this guy, another trick that can kind of help you out, you know, if you don't have a whole lot of red elements, is if you've got the Magnify element. So that's going to, you know, obviously magnify the damage of the elements that you use. So I would do exactly what I'm kind of showing you here, and that's that, you know, build up your elements, you know, up to tier 7 or whatever, or however high they go up to now. And then, you know, with one of the characters, then use a Magnify, and then with the other two, cast, like, you know, Inferno back-to-back, or, you know, whatever red element you want. Ooh, I forgot about X-Strike. This should be really good. Boom! Oh my god! Okay, I forgot all about that. So, yeah, I guess if you've got Glenn and Surge, you can one-shot him with X-Strike. Oh man, I forgot all about that. Ugh, so good. So, yeah, so that's the end of that battle. Otherwise, like I was saying earlier, you know, Inferno. Unfortunately, though, like I was saying earlier, we're not able to get into the ship here without Starkey. So we are going to need to go back out to the world map and bring him down. So that's what we will head out to do. I can't believe I forgot about that. Completely forgot that I one-shot him. That's good stuff right there. Especially at this star level, you know? I mean, yeah, I mean, if you're at this point, you're going to be at 40 stars, but, you know, to be able to just straight up one-shot a boss is not too shabby. Otherwise, like I said, you know, if you don't have Glenn, you know, go with a Magnify Inferno route, or you know, sometimes that jellyfish thing will just use regular attacks. So there's a chance that you could even get a summon off in there. So you know, that's an option too. We've definitely got plenty of summons at this point in the game, red ones specifically. But all right, so let's swap Starkey in here. Here he is. All right, and let's head back inside. So again, you know, unfortunately, a bit of backtracking here, but I wanted, and I don't think I really needed to, but I generally tried to keep like my favorite characters. Obviously, Surge. I would say Surge, Fargo, and Glenn. Kid is up there too, as far as my favorites go, but she missed out on so many stars in this playthrough that she ended up being, or having, a really, really low HP total. So once I got Fargo, you know, I kept him in my party the whole time, and he was just a beast the whole game. He ended up being really impressive stat-wise. And then actually on my second playthrough, I actually didn't do a New Game Plus. And on my second playthrough, he ended up even beefier. He had like something like 30 or 40 more HP. It was so weird. And I really went out of my way to, you know, do extra battles after every star with both playthroughs. So it was strange to see him with, you know, so much more HP in one playthrough as opposed to the other. And that actually happened with, I think it was Surge too. In my second playthrough, Surge ended up with significantly less HP. Now, you know, again, if you've watched some of the early videos that I've done about the kind of leveling system, I guess, in this game, you'll know that, you know, eventually it kind of washes out, but it was interesting, you know, to really go out of my way to get the maximum stats and then to still see them with such significant differences in HP totals. So very, very interesting, you know, but that's RNG for you. So here I tried so hard to avoid this guy, and I just could not do it. He was determined to die, I guess. He had a death wish. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, what, really? This seems like a really bad idea. I'm guessing I'm just gonna end up not being able to avoid him, and I'll probably give up and have to fight him. But we'll see. We'll see how it all pans. Oh no! Oh wow! Wow. Okay. All right. So I was able to get by him without fighting. Huh. All right. Well, pleasantly wrong. Starkey am happy. What? Okay, dude. All right. Yeah. All right. So the whole reason for being down here actually is that in order to get to Terra Tower, we need to be able to fly. And that's actually where this ship comes in handy. Engine may be a bit rusty. Maybe we can use this spaceship looking thing. It looks like a mini alien spaceship, right? I don't know. Okay, but it's an anti-gravity device. Okay. Excellent. That sounds like that's exactly what we need. And what did Fargo say? There was a workshop in Chronopolis. Let's see. So Starkey is going to attach, obviously, this anti-gravity device to our boat. which will apparently give us the ability to fly. What are you talking about? So I guess that's over Kid's head, but she's like, oh yeah, alright, whatever, just make it happen. All you did was load it on the boat. Negative. Alright, this is it. Starkey's asking the big questions. He's a bit of a thinker, I guess. All right. What? No, not yet. What? No, we're ready. We're totally ready. Let's do this. Let's get on. I see for whatever reason, the save point disappears here. Alright, so now I think there's a little, cool little cutscene here. I don't see the anti-grav device on this boat. I must be blind. Okay. I like the look on Surge's face here. It seems a little, I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing he's determined, but I don't know. I guess it reminded me of that scene where right after Lynx takes over his body, he like kind of gets up, and then there's that like weird look on his face. Like, I mean, I don't know. He just looks evil. I don't think that that's what they were going for here, but it was a, you know, like I said, probably just a determined look. But, alright, anyway, so here is where we are going to arrive at Terra Tower. Now, the cool thing about this, too, is that you can leave at any time. Yeah, so, you know, don't worry about getting stuck here or, you know, any of that. And then actually with the, obviously with the save point right there, you can swap out your characters as well. And then here I guess I just wanted to see what Kid had to say. So actually what I end up doing here is leaving, obviously. Because I don't know why I wanted to go back in here. Oh, yeah, okay. So actually we're going to go down here and check out the ship one last time. And that's going to get us, I think, Starkey's Tier 7 tech. So that's why I brought him down here. Now, you know, like I said earlier, hopefully one of these days, actually, I need to, and I think I've got all the footage now, but I'm actually going to do a guide for all of the characters' Tier 7 techs. So again, you know, if you've been watching these videos in order, there's a chance that you've already seen that video. So you will have already known that this is here. But I guess it's still important to know that you actually can't get that until this point in the game. And I don't think if you come to Starkey's ship too early, oh, excuse me, I don't think that you can get that tech. Although, so I guess it would have to be like if you were still in Lynx's body. Yeah, that would make sense, right? So even potentially just before Chronopolis, I don't think that you can get Starkey's tech. Because I think, and again, don't quote me, I don't remember 100%. I don't know if I've ever actually tried it. But I don't think you can get his, you know, Tier 7 tech until you visit there for, or to get the anti-grav device. So that's my impression anyway. So unfortunately that means that, you know, you can't get Starkey's tech until a while after everyone else. Now, I think I made a mistake here and ran away because, and well, when I say mistake, I mean, I think these, excuse me, enemies are just going to jump me again. Yeah, because there's two of them stacked up on top of each other. So that's the problem with certain parts of this game where, you know, the enemies crowd around you. Because even if you manage to run away from one, the other one is just going to initiate combat immediately with you anyway. So you have to defeat one set of enemies before you run away, and then you can run away from the second one. But yeah. Anywho. So actually just before, I should have mentioned this earlier, but before I would say before you take on the jellyfish, I would recommend saving your game and having that as a file that you don't overwrite, because later on, and this really only applies if you plan on playing New Game Pluses, but one of the ways to power up your characters evenly is to kind of like recruit everybody, and again there'll be I'll do a whole guide on this, but it is important though to keep a save file right here, because just before the jellyfish is the first time that you can actually obtain the Chrono Cross. And the significance of that is that by having the Chrono Cross you can pull your characters between the different saves, and by pulling all of the characters to this point in the game, your entire roster will benefit from star levels. So then what you can do actually is, I think there's, let's see here, so the jellyfish is 1 star, and then there's 6 bosses in a row, so that's 7 stars, and then I believe there's one more boss, and I won't give away any, you know, what the bosses are, who they are, or anything like that, but so there's 8 stars right in a row where all the characters are present for, and again, the significance of that is that by having the characters active in your roster, that means that they're going to get the benefits of those stars. And so then what you can do after getting those, or after killing off those 8 bosses, is actually beat the game and then save again. And then you can do a continue plus onto this save right here. And then just use the Chrono Cross, pull in all your characters again, and basically rinse and repeat until the end of the game. And by doing that, I actually got really close to maxing out all of my character's stats, which is normally fairly difficult to do, and actually it's quite difficult to do. So you know, I guess just keep that in mind. Like I said earlier, keep a save point before you take down the jellyfish, and you will be good, or in good shape for you know, trying to, I should say, if you're interested in maxing out your character stats, or at least getting as close as you can. But all right, anyway, so we're right about at the end of this video here, but you're going to see, obviously I'll enter the ship for the last time, and Starkey will say, let's see what else we can find in here, and that will give him his tier 7 and final tech. But anyways, I hope this guide was helpful, and hope you all join me for more videos. All right, thanks for watching.